Welcome. My name is Luisa Fernanda Costa Peralta. My CPAS is made up of Diana Marcela Vargas Mendez, Jason Camilo Urana Costa, and Diego Mauricio Guayara Castillo. What are imports? The term imports derive from the conceptual meaning of introducing goods and services at a country's port. The buyer of those goods and services is known as the importer, which is based in the importing country, while the foreign-based seller is known as the exporter. In other words, an import is any good, for example raw materials, or service brought in from a foreign country in a legitimate way, generally for commercial use. In economics, imports are the transportation of goods and services from abroad, which are acquired by a country to distribute within it. Imports can be any product or service received within the border of a state for commercial purposes. What are direct and indirect imports? What does direct export mean? Direct export means direct sales to a customer abroad. You send your invoice directly to the customer. For instance, your product handmade mobile casing and mail them to your customer in Belgium and Germany. You maintain close contacts with your customer and undertake your own marketing and sales. Sales toward a foreign branch of your company are also direct exports. What does indirect export mean? Indirect export means you appoint third parties, like agents or distributors, to represent your company and your products abroad. Benefits and disadvantages of imports. Imports allow economist agents to acquire products that are not produced in their country, cheaper or of higher quality, benefiting them as customers by making imports of cheaper products. Money is automatically being released for agents to save, invest or spend on new products, increasing to tools for production and the will of the population.
Direct import. It's represented by every company dedicated to the importation of different types of products for distribution in the local market. This classification also takes into account imports of raw material, which are subsequently used for production. Obligation with third parties as well as the payment of the corresponding tax. Indirect importation. It occurs when a company uses the service of another company to carry out the importation of products. In this case, it's the intermediary company that is responsible the setting customs expense and paying tax. Import routes. Import via air, import via maritime, import via land. What are exports? Exports are the set of goods and services sold by a country in foreign territory for its use. Along with imports, they are an essential tool for national accounting. An export is basically all legitimate goods and or service that the producing or using country, the exporter, sends as merchandise to a third party importer. for purpose of use. The physical entity and government body primarily responsible for this process is customs. Reasons we a merchandise must live a certain customs in a certain nation or economic bloc and must enter a similar one in the receiving country. It's important to mention that these transactions between several states usually present a significant degree of difficulty at the legal and fiscal level since they vary dramatically from one country to another. Strategies. Exports is the process of sending goods and services from one country to another. At the end of an export, money is received. There are different ways in which a company can export its goods and services. A way of exporting is carried out between the exporting company and a related company, such as brand or subsidiary. Sometimes companies export to independent customers or directly to buyers through intermediaries. Company can also export semi-finished goods that other related companies use in their manufacturing process.
When a company decides to enter another country, it can do so in different ways. There are three factors that determine the method of entry of the company in another country: advantages of company on ownership, the advantages of market location, and the advantages of internalization. Ownership advantages refer to the company fixed access its international experience and its ability to develop indirect products. Market location averages refer to the size and growth potential of the market. Finally, the averages of internalization refer to the abilities that the company possesses to achieve its goals on its own merits that it, without granting licenses to other companies. The choice to enter foreign markets may also occur as a erasure of a company identity. Sometimes, sometimes the sport comes outside by accident and not as a consequence of a business plan. The stars The stages are of photos. Stage 1: Initial commitment. Stage 2: Initial export. Stage 3: Advantage. Advantages and disadvantages. Exporting requires a lot of investment and allows managers to have direct operation control. However, exporting also means losing control over the company's marketing.
Examples: representative companies both in export and import and sport. The largest oil company in the country is consolidated as the great exporter. Indeed, for every foreign products and merchandise exported by Colombia in 2098, one corresponded to Ecopetrol, and it is controlled firm Reficar, Propico, Aegon Energy, and Santiago Oil. Grupo Nutresa, um, 100 years of history, diversified business in hundreds of markets, categories, raw materials, and distribution networks. Direct presence in 94 countries, with 47 production plants, products spread in 74 countries of the five continents. Now, commodity represents more than 11% of total production costs. Imports. For example, in total, the 15 companies that made the most external purchases in 2017 represented um, 80.9% of the value of imports and 20.97% of the peso. In addition, they made and 7.73% of the import declarations for the same year of 12 companies. Ecopetrol leads the ranking